Now, next, I want to go to this, Big Mike. Now, there was a little discussion that was happening because of another interview you did, and it was talking about the whole situation between King Von, a friend of yours, and Wooski, your brother, man. Now, the big question was, or the question is, a lot of people online argue that your brother, Wooski, was Von's biggest op. What's your perspective on that?
He was. Like, he was trolling before the internet. Like, he used to chase niggas, and while he was chasing you, he was laughing.
Dang. So he was out here being a terror, you know?
Man, my little brother was every bit of menace to society, bro. O Dogg ain't high shit on Wooski, man.
That's crazy.
Shit, O Dogg ain't high on Von.
Yo, it look like we got some more drill news, man. We got Big Mike sitting down with Witty Paradis, man. Hey, they asked him a question about his brother, and King Von, his brother, Wooski, say, yeah, they was, Wooski was King Von's biggest op, man. And that wasn't hard to tell, man, because you seen Von all the way up until he passed away, man. He kept talking. He was talking about Wooski. He was talking about Wooski. Hey, it has been confirmed by Big Mike. Shout out to Big Mike. It seems like he's doing his thing in these YouTube streets, doing these interviews, man. I got a couple of old interviews with Big Mike that I done reacted to, man. Make sure y'all go check them out. And make sure y'all go check out Witty Paradis page, too, man, for all of Big Mike's interviews, bro. But we gonna go ahead and jump right into this thing, though. Let's see what Big Mike got to say. Hey, y'all hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And turn on that notification bell. Let's go.
Without mentioning Von, because them was the two biggest gangsters from both sides. You feel me? Them was the two who wanted to be the top shooters from both blocks. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, like I said, the top shooters is gonna bump heads. They gonna bump heads because they trying to take each other out to reclaim, to hide a name. I'm the top shooter around here. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah, they used to be beefing hard from the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like that. They used to be beefing hard. Lil Bro is different, and Von is different. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder how did you feel about it though, Big Mike? You know, King Von being your homie and Wooski your brother. I wonder how he felt about that, bro.
Two gangsters they real. They not animated. They not created. None of that. They are real.
Now, what do you think makes a person like that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm just really trying to get to where does that come from? To where we've seen numerous collages and clips about people talking about Wooski and people talking about Von, where like he's just nothing right. He's just was different or whatever. He'll do this and that. What makes from you being able to look at both sides of it, your brother and your friend, like what makes somebody go and be that guy?
I don't know. With Wooski, it was different. You know what I'm saying? Since he was little, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we'd had to fight every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? People like to, think they could pick on him up. We were dirty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people found out quick, you know what I'm saying? Like the difference between a lot of these dudes out here, well, a lot of these dudes, the difference between 99% of them dudes in Chicago is Wooski been doing this since he was like 8 years old, bro. And he's still in his 20s to this day. He been doing this since he was like 8 years old, bro. He been doing this. Man, my little brother then went and stole him off shotgun from the BDs on 71st. And was walking around with it outside. He was 8 years old, bro.
See, that could lead from, you know what I'm saying? Big Mike said they used to get picked on all the time because they were busted. They were made Wooski, you know what I'm saying, turn up the way he was. And plus the environment that he lived in was already crazy. So he probably already seeing, you know what I'm saying, developing a mature mind at a younger age, seeing this stuff going on, bro, and watching the people that's older than him. So, he seeing them, seems like they doing it with no care. So off the rip, he gonna go out there and do it with no care. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going, though.
You feel like it was always kind of in him.
It was always in him. They did. He was, you know what I'm saying? It was in him. They got him in now. He different, bro. He different. He been doing this since he was young. These dudes that jumped off the porch at 15, 16, 17 years old and they swear up and down they gangsters, but you ain't been through nothing. You ain't really been through nothing. Me and my little brother, we been through everything under the sun, man.
Nah, that's not, and I like the fact that you always big him up too. But I know you keeping it straight, you're shooting straight. Now, did Wooski ever see Von as his biggest opposition in real life?
I don't know if he ever felt like that, but from what he used to be saying out of his mouth, you could tell that he wanted Von as bad as Von wanted him.
Now, you being in the middle of that and actually being locked up, How does that play out with you? Because you're talking on the phone with different people and stuff. Like internally, what was your thought process during this time?
I mean, of course, I was upset when I heard about my little brother, you know what I'm saying, being on the opposite side of the field. But at the same time, that's my little brother. So it was like, I'm like, damn. But then it was shocking, too, that, you know what I'm saying, my little brother then came up from being a shorty to a full-fledged big homie at like the age of 14 years old. Feel me? He, like the age of 14, 15 years old, my brother had respect from all the big niggas that was out there on their block.
Crazy.
A lot of them dudes was looking up to him. Why you think they always say, yeah, I had my little homie Wooski whole time? Yeah, you calling your little homie because you can't do what your little homie will do.
It seemed like that. And with the lives and stuff that you would watch back then, you know, people would be like, Wooski, what's the score? You know what I'm saying? And he would always kind of take the role as like the guy who was almost like the top. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he was better than anybody or anything like that, but it just seemed like his opinion mattered a little bit more during that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they was big ops. Him and Von was big ops.
Now, do you think so based on what you're saying, the beef between Wooski and King Von wasn't just an internet narrative. It was really that.
It was really that. That ain't no internet narrative. They been beefing for a minute now. You feel me? And Wooski younger than Von. People always was like,
it sounds crazy when he say, hey, they been beefing for a minute now. It's crazy to say, man. King Von gone right now, so they not beefing. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily them two individuals, so that he be like, they speak like as if King Von is still here. That's how Big Mike speaking. But he living in it. You could tell as he talking, bro, he living in the past, bro. Not as, you know what I'm saying, during this interview.
It was people that I was locked up with that thought Wooski was older than me because his name was ringing in the street so much. That's my little brother.
That's wild.
That's my little brother, bro. I'm 35. That nigga still in his 20s, man.
Dang.
He been doing this for so long that people thought that he was older.
That's crazy, man. So he's been in the streets for a very, very long time.
Man, my little brother been running the streets for a while.
And he still stays relatively secret. You know, he kind of plays the background, doesn't do a lot of interviews and things like that. What do you think about his approach in the rap game when he had a huge smash hit, you know what I'm saying, out there at a certain time?
Man, it's all type of things that can make you sit down and think about what you want to do. You feel me? In my brother case, it was a shot. It was a bullet to the head. You feel? So like, that was tragic. You feel me? So if I'm the one that got shot in the head and I'm starting to realize that I'm not untouchable no more. I'm not untouchable no more. People can get to me,
and you can't move like you used to move because that slow you down. Headshot slow you down. If it don't take you out of here, it's gonna slow you down. I don't care what nobody say. It slows you down.
You know what I'm saying? I done did so much shit to people, but people can get to me. So your mindset changed. You think my little brother want to get shot again? Hell no. Feel me? So your mindset changed, and just because everybody, you know what I'm saying, gave Wooski this image, you know what I'm saying, Wooski still got a brain, bro. He still can think. So of course he not finna be out here doing all this rah-rah when he know, first of all, the feds is out there. And if a gang week over here, FBG, you think they ain't gonna grab him? Right. So my little brother staying out the way. He ain't out here trying to troll with people. He ain't trying to do none of that, bro. His mindset's somewhere else. He ain't on that no more. He not trying to do that. He not trying to go to jail. He not trying to die, bro.
Nah, it sounds smart, man. And kind of like,
yeah. That's very smart. That's smart. I bet you wish he would have did that before the headshot, bro. Just keeping it real. Gonna call a ball, a strike a strike. Well, you gotta sit down after you get shot like that, bro. It ain't can't really do nothing. Man, Wooski probably can't run. He probably can run, man, but man, it's not good for him to run, bro. Like that'll take you out here for real, man. That'll sit you down, bro. But that's part of that life them boys was living, man. And Big Mike, no, that's why you know what I'm saying? To him, his brother is the man. Big Mike think Wooski is the man. You hear me? He think, like, for real. I can tell, bro, he love his big little bro for what he done in them streets, even though he was doing it to his homeboys.
You talked about earlier, like it feels like the lesson was learned, you know, as far as like how to conduct yourself out here going forward, huh?
For sure, because it's like, I don't want to get shot in my head no more. Hell no, I ain't finna be out here tweaking this like that now. For play me with it, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna be out here being like King Von Wooski. That's the one. No, I ain't even gonna say King Von Wooski. Sawu, is the one you didn't want to see. When people seen him, they ran. My homies, they know he used to chase them. Like real live chase people, chasing them out of McDonald's stores, chasing them off the block, all that, bro. Like he was real live trolling. Like he was trolling before the internet. Like he used to chase niggas, and while he was chasing you, he was laughing.
God dang. So he was out here being a terror, you know?
Man, my little brother was every bit of menace to society, bro. O Dogg ain't hide shit on Wooski, man.
That's crazy.
Shit, O Dogg ain't hide on Von.
That's wild too, because we seen in the movie how vicious O Dogg was and how quick O Dogg was to get to the, get to shooting, get to action, you know?
But just think about this though. You got Lorenz Tate, somebody that's playing a gangster, and you got Wooski and Von, somebody that's real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? So like that O Dogg, that's like make believe. These is real live dudes that was doing this. This ain't no movie. This shit ain't made up. None of that. Them niggas was out there really on that with each other.
That's wild, man. And I think that's the part of it where a lot of people start to realize how real a lot of the things that were being said was. But do you think going forward, like, will there ever be a situation like that we see play out in hip hop and drill culture? Like, those are huge situations where people were like basically watching and
It's going on now. I'll be the first one to say it. Let's see what Big Mike gonna say.
monitoring them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they was the topic of the internet. They both still is the topic of the internet. And one of them is in his grave, and the other one just living life. Wooski ain't got to do nothing else. He gonna forever be remembered as a legend. Von already remembered as a legend. These real dudes, these real people, these ain't creative players, man. And you got these young dudes that want to be like them, but you ain't got it in you. You going off something that you seeing on TV, the internet, like that, but you don't got it in you. So when you jump out in the field, it's gonna be different. When you get in the streets, it's gonna be different from how Von and Wooski was in the street. You feel me? It's gonna be way different. You gonna jump out there in the streets and you gonna think you tough, and somebody gonna put a bullet right in your head.
Yeah, because I see a lot of rappers, they try to duplicate that, man. It seemed like for a long time, it was a lot of clones of that, right? Who were coming up, they were trying to be that.
You could tell.
See, and I don't think them, at one point in time, them drill rappers back in the day, bro, they was not doing it for the internet. It was just publicized by Academic, DJ Academic. So that right there boosted people's head up and made them want to, you know what I'm saying, be famous like them drill rappers in Chicago. And that's what started it. I promise to God, that's what started it, bro. Now everybody just, jokers really don't be real gangsters, but they'll get out here and bust your head wide open just for the, you know what I'm saying, just for the clout, bro. You know what I'm saying, to go to jail and cry like babies and get beat up every day. Get what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it about, we're going to keep it all the way real.
It's the ones that do the most. All the rappers that do the most that claim they gangsters, not gangsters, bro.
Yeah, it seems, based on what you've been talking about, you said, it seems like it's something that just happened organically. You have these two people who just independently became those type of individuals, and there ain't no way to just replicate that. It comes from, number one, upbringing, especially if somebody's 8 years old and they turn to a life like that. You know what I mean? It's just not something you could duplicate.
Oh, bro, you can't.
Maybe we could put it in a movie, though, someday. You know what I mean?
For sure. It definitely can be put in a movie.
Now, do you think that one day we'll see something like that, a King Von movie where
oh yeah, for sure,
playing your brother and whatnot?
They definitely gonna put that together. That's gonna be coming because that's money. If somebody, one of these geniuses out here, these big name companies, you know what I'm saying, somebody gonna pick it up and want to put together a little TV series or maybe even a movie about, you know what I'm saying, what was real in Chicago.
All right, man, if y'all want to go check out the rest of Big Mike interview, man, on Witty Appearances, man, it's right here. I'm going to pull it up for y'all, man. We got Big Mike sit down, man. He say that King Von and King Wooski was worse than, what's my man name? O Dogg from Don't Be a Menace. That's crazy to say, hey, but you can tell, man, all these bodies that been put on these guys, well, I don't know about Wooski, but King Von, they say them boys was down there doing a whole lot of shooting people up, bro. But I want y'all to get in that comment section, though, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this interview right here. Make sure y'all go check out Witty Appearances, too, man, and Big Mike page, man. You know, I'm just shouting them out because I'm reacting to them guys. You know, you got to show love, man. Them boys don't be striking your channels and things like that. They be keeping it cool with you, man. But we got Big Mike, man, to say his little brother, King Wooski, and King Von was worse than O Dogg from Don't Be a Menace, man. He say And them guys was actually ops towards each other. They was outside trying to, you know, take each other out. So whoever do get took out can be the big dog, man. But I want y'all to get in that comment section, though. Let me know what y'all think. Before you get up out of it, though, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that hype button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. I don't know, man. Just keeping it real. We're going to call a ball, or strike, a strike. The Metaverse Umpire, BT Scoop. I'm out.